Howdy, gamers.
Howdy.
It is time once more to game.
Who's making constellations on the map? Oh, that's early.
It says hello in cursive.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
is it?
Cool. So without further ado, let's get ourselves rolling. Fresh off a well-deserved rest, Delver's heart begins walking through the caverns of the second layer once more. The heavy rain that fell during your rest seems to have subsided, as now only the echoing of dripping water can be heard amidst the ghostly flowers' gentle call. Despite the last battle being successful, it put into perspective just how dangerous things can get down here, especially in these tight spaces. A certain level of concern has invaded the mind of one party member in particular. Azadan, as you walk at the back of the party, Glacial by your side, and the rest of the party in front of you, what have you been thinking?
Kind of hard to say. The like nobody could really have expected the layout of the cloud barrier, like under the cloud barrier, but like they firsthand know what a minor case of the sickness is like. Having to face whatever, like an increased amount when they go back up, which is probably going to be inevitable, is something they're worried about for their more physically inclined allies.
The worry that through these caverns there might be some of them that there's no choice but to go up.
Yeah, and then a caster can sit on the back line. Someone who has to go hit things doesn't have that leisure. And the physical illness that is approaching is probably going to be a big problem. It puts everyone in danger, not just whoever's out in front. Once the front line falls, the back line follows.
With these thoughts in your head, the party makes their way. You guys have been going, I mean, not counting your rest, you guys have spent, I think, about this will be your 4th hour of travel throughout the caves. So you guys have not seen light, like real light, in a little bit now. And not truly knowing when the end of that will come, you guys continue onward. If there's nothing else that you guys would like to discuss at the start of this session, we'll get to the Fates die.
I have my glowing mushroom. I'm fine.
I mean, there are many light sources. Natural light is probably the bigger thing at hand.
Yeah. There has been no sun and no fresh air. It's all been damp caves and caverns. I mean, you guys even rested for 8 hours in a musty old cave with sort of bodies and bones and blood sort of scattered around. It's
all the more reason to continue onward. Give me that fate die.
Let me see what the first roll of the day is.
Ooh.
Hey.
Alright.
Happy Susano Monday.
Hey. I think as soon as my turn ends, I'm gonna go take some special medicine.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I need to get this ready.
Feel like today is going to be a good day.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty optimistic.
Choice means steps and cave lizard.
Choice, I mean.
Oh, sorry. As it steps in cave lizard shit immediately.
No.
Time to find out if Azadin can die.
I think you've literally seen them go down, and also covered by a ice deity. Crazy.
Though I think at this point, Ortix is probably growing more and more visibly uncomfortable with being in a cave for so long.
I actually think that Thinis, I wouldn't say he feels more comfortable, but he definitely feels used to how the caves kind of feel, being that the like underworld of Green Gold, the city he's from, a lot of it is in kind of sewerish areas and actual underworld areas that are covered by kind of a steel sky.
I would like
Yeah.
to leave so I can feel the warm ground below my body. I draw most of my warmth from it, and this is a cold, dank cave.
I think it's only going to get colder from here.
Well, we'll just have to snuggle real close to stay warm during the night.
Oh, okay.
If you try to touch me during the night, I will set myself on fire and go back to bed.
More
It's not
warmth
harmful
for
for
Soba.
me.
A promise of a free campfire. Ortix looks like the warmest amongst all of you anyway.
Ortix is probably visibly like shuddering from cold and like just
Yeah.
general uneasiness from not having been around the open air.
Look at all this down he has anyway.
Someone's literally seen Azadin set themselves on fire before. That's incredible.
Yeah, but Ortix is made out of the same stuff that his quilt is full of.
That's something you should tell them out loud. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. I have your shit in my pillow.
Ortix thinking how he hasn't even shed anything recently.
It's like matted feathers.
Someone's been picking them out at night, so just when they're ready to fall off, to put them in their pillow.
You can hear the sounds of rushing water. Not lots of it, but some. You suspect that this might be one of the areas during the heavy rain that might have flooded, but the sounds of the water sort of running through it and out of it can be heard nearby. Since you guys have the, you're able to see what a 1 is on the die, and as you walk in here, all of you get like a sort of chill. You aren't immediately thrown into any situation, but you know that there hasn't been any offshoots of this cave for a while, so your only path forward is, well, forward.
I immediately turn to the group and I put my finger to my mouth and I crouch down and I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay. I will also unpause the game if you guys want to move your order around at all.
Like a game of telephone, Soba turns around and does the same thing to Azadin and Glacial.
I also want to activate That's Odd to get something interesting.
Alrighty. Do you want me to give you what's in this, like from where you are right now, or do you want me to?
I'm okay with using it now. Like, is there anything I see from where I'm at going into the cave?
Okay. From here, it's not as much a something you end up seeing, rather something that you hear. You hear the sound of something tapping or scratching upon the stone floor.
Do I know how far away it is, or can I roll for that?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You are not able to identify the distance. However, you can sort of get a sense of the um, direction based on how it's sort of bouncing through the halls. You spent a decent amount of time in the caves now, that you've gotten a good sense of how, sound bounces around in here, and you can tell that the path to the left, that there's an opening to the left over here, and it seems to
Mhm.
be coming from that way along with the rushing water.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do something before I move?
Soba just wants to move.
Is anybody else here, or is it just them?
Thinis sort of identified it in the direction with that's odd and a perception check,
Okay,
so
okay.
could probably relay that. It's very soft.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm looking into a skill I have.
Mostly just
That
asking if I can also roll to see how far it is, or if that's just a Dennis thing. Because if not, then I'm good to go.
I mean, you could also, listen in.
May I roll to see if I can know how far it is?
Mhm.
That'll just be perception.
Yep, probably perception.
can I use clue in here?
Can you link the ability into chat? Just so I can see it.
Yes.
The
I guess it's
creature
not an
attempts a
active
check.
investigation. For some reason I thought it was for anything. Just ignore me then.
Because answer the
It's
question.
not
I
not
mean,
an
unless
investigation
you
at the
feel like
moment.
you can connect it to one of your active ones.
Not really.
Okay.
I tried, but it just wouldn't work.
Alrighty. So yeah, give me that perception check then. You get the sense that it's farther than around 50 feet away. You get the feeling it's from a decent ways into the cave. Moving along.
I was
with
gonna
you
say,
guys.
while the nerds are
Yeah.
listening and doing investigation checks, so I was just gonna slither on forward.
Oh.
Which
You guys can feel free to be moving yourselves with the what's
are
up?
we supposed to see this?
Yes.
Oh.
Those of you who have the light for it, or you can more than likely see its silhouette lit up in the um glowing flowers
shrooms.
behind it. It has not noticed you, but it is a strange, sort of monstrous figure with the head of what looks like a chicken or a rooster.
Oh my god, it's that basilisk they talked about. It's like foreshadowing or something.
That's
Yeah,
basilisk.
I want to. What I want is for us to shadow this creature and leave. Thank you. Let's go.
I'm going to. Ortix is gonna like hug this wall and sort of sneak over this way.
Soba is gonna see that creature and then get like out of its line of sight. But then he's going to turn back to Thinis and like Azadan and just like bring his hands up together and clasp them in front of his chest and just kind of like rock them back and forth while looking at them with like a please, 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 please. He's not saying anything.
After the GM decides what this game pause means, I'll let you know if I have an answer.
Ortix, as you sort of hug this wall, you pass by these flowers. Did you guys ever learn the name of these? I don't think you did.
No, but we know what they do.
You know what they do and you know what they look like. I mean, I guess you could
Yeah.
name them whatever you want, Smiles.
That's a memory scream flowers to me.
Those are hush puppies. It's ironic because they are neither dogs nor are they quiet.
You brush by them, and as you do, the group of them let out a harrowing scream which echoes through the chamber.
Is this to say I messed up my pathing or my stealth check was bad?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B, perhaps, or maybe just an excuse to give you a reason for your roll. However, that is what happens, and you guys do see some movement. In fact, now that Soba has sort of gone around this corner, it would be Azadan and Glaciel here that see the creature start to move over slowly and cautiously to investigate.
Ready to punch whatever comes around it.
Okay.
Taking deep breaths, billowing up the rage inside.
And as it comes over into the light, it lets out a shrill shriek, and we will enter combat. Yes. And everybody roll me some initiative.
Am I still stealth?
Yes. Anybody who would like to can keep their roll that they got for stealth, or you can roll anew. If you keep your roll for stealth, then you are considered, hidden. If you get any bonuses for that.
Yeah, I do.
You did actually pass its passive perception. So you are, we'll say you're here instead. So you were trying to hide from it, and I'll
Yeah, I wanted to be against this like wall right here, but I didn't want to like move onto that square.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'll give you here, and yeah, you're considered hidden.
Okay.
I
don't know if my roll was bad or whatever.
What creature level do we think this is? I'm guessing like 5 at least.
5 or 7, or no, 5 or 6 probably. What are we? We're 3rd level? No, we're 2nd level.
We're 3rd. We're level 3.
We're 3rd? We'll find out in a second when it has a plus like 9 or something.
It goes first.
It tracks.
And I see that Mystify still isn't working.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it for real.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't see that.
It's okay. Not seeing Soba, it is going to go after Glaciel.
1 second. Did it enter this square?
I suppose so. Yeah. Are you using your reaction to follow it?
Yes.
It is going to strike out.
Yeah, that hurts.
Huh?
0?
0? Huh?
It is going to deal 0 damage.
Yeah.
However, can Glacial roll me a fortitude check?
I don't like this. That's gonna be a terrible fortitude save to fail.
Where is my fort? Oh, never mind. I found out.
Con should be
That's a
pretty high
public
if
roll.
it's your key ability.
You might want to reroll it.
I'll use my hero dice.
Depends if that's a failure or a crit failure.
You'd only know by saying, I don't reroll that.
Are you going to be re-rolling it?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with this.
Alrighty.
Yo. There
That
we go.
is going to save. Able to shake off whatever sort of poison or curse is in this thing's beak. Glacial feels her body start to sort of harden, but is able to shake off the feeling before it gets too bad.
Yup. There wouldn't happen to be a snake waving around in my face, would there?
No, there isn't.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I can give you guys the full full art of this.
Thank you. That's something in the journal.
It doesn't have the
Oh.
snake tail?
So it's
Don't
not
they
a
usually?
cockatrice?
I mean,
Well, it says it's a cockatrice.
you can have different
You know.
manifestations of a creature.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
Whatever.
I thought they were supposed to have snake tails. Am I thinking of
Not
something
always.
We're thinking dungeon meshy cockatrice as well.
And there-
You know,
Wasn't it called a basilisk in that one though?
There's a basilisk and a cockatrice in Dungeon Meshi. They
Yeah,
both
yeah.
have the.
You're correct, but they don't always have to have them.
Yeah.
Just like how kobolds don't have to be dogs or lizards.
Oh right, in Dungeon Meshi they made a big deal of like not confusing the cockatrice for the basilisk.
And yet here we are.
Well, no,
It did give me a laugh when you guys saw it and went, "Oh, the basilisk."
Yeah, I thought you were full of shit when they said that because I saw a bird head, but I shut up.
Well, they usually have a snake tail and a bird head.
yeah.
I just thought it was anyway.
It is then going to take another action to actually question Soba.
Jar.
That reaction says you stride to follow, right?
Stride up to your speed, following the foe and keeping it in reach throughout its movement until it stops moving.
Not sneaking.
Yeah, you would not be sneaking with that, which means you wouldn't keep your hidden if you want to go through with it. I will let you go back on that.
I'll go through with it.
Okay.
Shouldn't you also rage as part of your initiative?
You're so right.
Sure.
You know what? He's definitely not quiet because as soon as this thing passes him to go attack Glacial, he roars and lunges at it. That's his no escape.
After that hit, it is going to waddle off in this direction and turn back towards the party.
I don't like that.
And it goes to Thinis.
This one is not acting.
I'm gonna devise a stratagem to shoot it.
Alrighty.
That's not good. So in that case, I'm going to.
Do you want to get a recall knowledge check?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah. And I want to recall skin toughness. I'm gonna say it a different way every time because I think it's funny, but I want to know their AC.
You get the feeling this thing isn't actually like particularly tough as far as like AC goes. It only has an AC of 19.
Okay. Let me see here.
I don't like this. This encounter is like suspiciously.
Don't get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you
But,
say it's
like-
extreme?
Yeah, which is what makes me concerned. Like,
Don't get hit.
I'm gonna move over here, and I want to shoot in this direction. I'm not particularly aiming at the cockatrice though, and I want the effect to be like intimidation.
Okay.
demoralized check.
Yeah, give me a demoralize.
And before I shoot, I turn to Soba and Ortix, and I even lean over kind of towards Azadan, and I say, "Cover your ears and run." And then I shoot.
7 on the die. I guess that depends what its will is, right? Because it's against its will.
That does not succeed. You see it jump, but it is still like eyeing the group warily.
Okay. That's my turn.
Looking to make an escape.
Against a small pheasant? Foul. Sorry.
Though it is acting odd. Do not like its behavior.
Azadan, what would you like to do?
Thanks.
Yep.
I was gonna do something more dire, but if we're running, we're fucking running. I'm gonna start testing its reflex.
A test of your reflexes.
Yeah.
A test of your skills. Alrighty. Let me roll that save.
Does not
Failure.
save.
Ooh, a failure. Roll damage. Takes full.
And I think that's the end of my turn. Unless I don't think I have enough for another thing.
You blast this thing in the face and sort of catch it off guard, but it shakes it off and is.
Yeah, unfortunately,
ready
it didn't
to
crit,
go
so it's
more.
not off guard.
Sobo, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do two things. I'm going to demoralize.
Yeah, you have intimidating glare, right?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Pretty good roll.
Ooh. That is going to succeed. As you stare at it, you see it shirk backwards from your might. Gains the
He's going to
frightened
flex-
condition.
He's going to flex every muscle in his body to make sure it knows if it intends on approaching the party on their retreat, we'll kill it.
Interesting. Ortix, what would you like to do?
I was going to do something similar. I was also going to stand here and ready a strike if it approached.
Me and my 2 bodyguards, bro.
Big dog privilege.
Well, I don't really want to move from here. I don't really know who it's trying to go for right now. So, I guess this is probably the best play for now until friends can start moving. I'm going to Ortix with the dueling cape wrapped around one hand is going to sort of mimic the stance that he saw what's her name from the elevator take up, her like parry stance. Gonna try to mimic that and sort of post up. And he's going to ready an action to flurry if this thing gets close. So 1 action to put up the parry stance and 1 action and 2 actions to ready.
Now, it is at this point that Soba, you first see something shoot out from behind the cockatrice. From above the pool of water, pressed up against the ceiling, a line of filament shoots out.
Medium animal.
So this one is mystified, but the other one wasn't. I'm gonna do it for real. It's always.
Is that at Soba?
Yes, this is at Soba. Which is going to miss. As it fires another one.
Oh fuck
Yeah.
This doesn't do any damage.
That's a good sign.
However,
Doesn't be in place, I bet.
you feel this hit you, and it just sort of blasts all across your chest and like tangles up your arms as this critically succeeds.
Oh.
And now that it has attacked, I have to reveal them. 15 feet up into the air.
No.
A crustacean of sorts.
It's fucking Elden Ring crab.
Hangs to the ceiling and uses its last action to pull on this filament. You are currently grabbed and restrained. Attempts an athletics check against the creature's fortitude DC.
Is this a reposition?
This is different. This is a special thing.
Oh, okay.
So against your fortitude DC,
Hits exactly.
Damn.
and it pulls you 15 feet. towards it.
15?
I would like to use my reaction to attack the cockatrice.
It is
You
in
are currently
range.
restrained.
Can he not attack? If you're restrained?
Restrained, specifically.
Or is this like immobilized?
You are tied up and can barely move, or a creature has you pinned. You have the off guard and immobilized conditions, and you can't use any attack or manipulate actions except to attempt to escape or force open.
I see. Unlucky.
My ready check for nothing. I was going to attack it with a bite attack. My arms are tied up.
You know what? Your arms are tied. I'll let you have this. You prepped the action and stuff. If it's a bite attack, that makes sense.
It's a bite attack.
Yeah, I think that still makes sense.
He's just thrashing on the ground and he's like, fuck it, I'll take you with me!
Oh my god, a crit!
Yeah, that will actually crit. You take
Ouch.
you take a bite out of the cockatrice on your way by. And it managed to take like a solid chunk out of its flank.
Oh yeah. And he's just screaming the whole way, like blood running down his mouth. Ah, I'll kill you.
Bad news about the Mystify miss. It only worked for a few rolls.
Oh really? What the fuck? Why?
Brother.
I'm gonna do it for
That's
real.
what they look like in Pathfinder? That's crazy.
Anyways,
God,
Way
that's
cooler
crap.
design.
Thinis, shooting past Soba, you also, looking back and hearing Soba, bite into this thing, you see one of those filaments heading towards you as well.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that hits.
That is only a hit.
If I were to put this in the journal, do you just want me to put it as spider?
Crab.
That is a crab.
Yeah,
That's a
crab.
okay.
Spider
Yeah.
crab.
Dennis is a little tied up right now. He can't type.
Nah. I said I took it out of your pocket before you got pulled.
You
It's fine.
you are only grabbed, not restrained.
These things have like high chance to hit. Unless they're just like crazy high rolling.
It is then going to take its first turn to, or its second action, excuse me. That's its second.
Uh-oh.
Reveals itself. And that is the one that shot at Thinis. So it is going to try and do an athletics check against your fortitude.
Yeah, that beats it.
As it pulls you 15 feet. It can't quite pull you the full 15. You catch yourself on Soba.
Hey, what's up? I'm not gonna take a bite out of you. Please don't.
And it is then going to use its third action to pull again. Does this have? This doesn't have. Smiles.
It doesn't have attack? That's fucking stupid.
Well, again.
Yeah.
What the hell? How does that not have the attack trait?
Right?
That's dumb as fuck. Why is it one action and it doesn't have the attack trait? That's broken.
I mean, it's just pulling. Smiles.
Yeah, that's not the problem.
As you sort of, I'll say you go this way, as you sort of bounce off of Soba and are pulled near the cockatrice.
Does the string hitting them not do anything to them?
No, the string actually hitting just connects it to them and makes them grabbed. Which does do some things. I mean,
Yeah, no, there's a string. I assume there's a string passing over or on Soba and the cockatrice.
It has to be like.
I'm trying to pull physics here to get Thinis to not go that far.
and that is the end of their turn. I'm not quite done.
What?
Smiles. Let me roll a couple things.
Huh? There's got to be more somewhere.
We're gonna have to rest again if we lose.
Azdan,
Uh-huh.
you hear a scuttling from behind as you look up and
No.
accidentally revealing itself.
There's so many.
Hey guys, I don't think the cockroach is the problem.
That's
Well, we gotta get
crazy.
rid. I think certainly we gotta get rid of the cockatrice first.
Yeah, I think we should get rid of the thing that probably paralyzed.
Paralyzes or worse.
Yeah, or turns you to.
That is going to miss.
3 GM rolls, 3 private
Oh,
GM
excuse me.
rolls.
That one shouldn't have been private. In fact, I can even feel this way.
Wow.
As it tried to shoot its filament at Azadan. It is then going to, with a map, try to shoot one at Glacial. And also fail.
Miss again.
And now it is the cockatrice's turn.
There's 3 crabs.
That we know of.
Certainly not more.
Cool. The cockatrice, still scared of Soba, more focused on Soba than Thinis right now, is going to try and make a beak attack.
Surprisingly misses.
Not able to get
Body
over
too
its
hard.
fear of you. It sort of like tries to peck at you, dashes to the other side, and tries to peck again.
That'll hit.
2 damage.
2 and roll me a fortitude save.
Ah, motherfucker. I could have done what I wanted if I just used the hero point and not on Glacial earlier.
I'll rock with the 19. I feel like I might be needing that hero die later.
Alrighty, with a 19, you feel the place around where it hit you begin to calcify and
Ooh.
harden, and you
Ooh.
gain slowed 1.
The DC's higher than 19?
Your fear is that... Oh, actually... Never mind. I lied.
What?
What?
You are able to shake it. I got my number.
Oh.
I got it mixed up with a different thing.
Okay, thank God.
I'm writing. I'm writing question mark equals 19 on the sheet.
That's pretty safe, Smiles. You feel that start to happen, but are able to sort of shake the feeling before it gets too bad. Thinis, it is now your turn. There are 2 things that you can try and do to get out of this. You can either try to cut the filament, it has an AC, or you could try to escape, which you would have to roll an escape check and get above that amount. You can also do other things while restrained here, since you are, while grabbed, since you aren't restrained. You can still like attack or do other things if you want.
Can I devise a stratagem to cut the rope?
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's right, you can use them for skill checks now.
Yeah.
Even if you
I
wanted
mean-
to escape, you can still use it for escape as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, you can use it to cut the rope.
I'll do the cut.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
I think I'll take that.
That's pretty good. And the recall
Um,
knowledge.
And what do I roll for that?
That is that. I mean,
It
would
I can
be-
put
you're trying to
escape
cut
in
the rope?
chat.
Yeah, cut
So
it
you-
with my
okay.
sword.
okay, so you are actually trying to attack it. It does have like a.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather just attack it because you're never gonna believe what 2 untrained skills I have. Before I do that, my recall knowledge check.
Mhm.
Can I see? Do these? I want to know if these filaments have any toxins or otherwise hazardous materials on touch.
There is no like poisons or anything like that in them. They are just extremely adhesive, and they sort of harden after attaching. So they're easier for the cave fisher to pull. In fact, I can do this for you as you identify this ability.
That's awesome. Why is it 60 foot?
That's what I'm saying.
Escape
so
is
it's pretty-
19. Die.
Well, that's the DC, so like, we have pretty high odds to escape this. It's like above a 50.
Anyways,
Yeah, that
Goodbye, string.
you critically hit the filament and managed to cut it off of you with ease.
modus to go. That's awesome. You know what I see? I see that there's an escape route up here.
Are we gonna try to leave?
That was always the
Yeah.
plan.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of in at this point, you know.
I'm not.
Soba has tasted blood. He must see it to fight through.
I'm going to get out of view from these crabuluses, and I'm done.
Crabulons.
These crabulons.
It is at this point that you trigger my trap card.
Uh-oh.
All four
And as you
fucking
round this corner, you hear from up ahead as another
No.
That's awesome.
filament flies at you.
Are you still in, Ortix? Are you in?
I don't see that guy.
Oh, fortunately for you, unfortunate for it, that filament hits the wall next to you, and you see it like in the sort of shadow of it from the flowers here. As it as soon as the filament hits the wall, you see it take one of its pincers and just cut the filament from its mouth immediately, and get ready to fire another one. But it can't do that yet.
Are you gonna put these guys in the initiative order, or?
Oh, I probably should. I'll get that done. As it is.
How's it been?
So don't actually know what my full turn is. Okay. I have the concept of a plan.
Hey,
How high do we think these crabs' AC is?
16
If there's-
probably.
If there's this many enemies, like, I doubt they're higher than our player level.
No, well, we probably one turn them. Especially looking at Mr. Badly Injured Cockatrice.
Yeah, that's probably like... It's probably like a bunch of level 2 or 3 creatures, if I had to guess. I was planning to step at least between you and the crab on my turn as a dam.
It's fine.
Okay.
Azadan will grab Glacio's hand and start chanting, and slowly they will melt together.
Ah.
Their hair catches fire, it turns blue. You've heard this. You've heard the whole skit. I'm gonna use a hero point for another standard action. I'm gonna get right up on that motherfucker.
Can you use a hero point for that?
According to the page I'm looking at, which I hope is right.
The what? Wait, what's that?
Can I use a hero point to get another action?
Is that a thing you can do? What are you peeping at?
If not, I'm still gonna melt. That'll just be my turn.
I don't think that's a thing that you can use a hero point for.
And that's fine. I'm still going to meld.
Okay. Sounds good
That's
to me.
the reaction. So you do whatever with.
Soba, hi.
My turn will kind of depend on what
Alright.
happens
So
with
I
Soba's
have-
turn here.
I have a silly turn, and it all kind of depends on if my escape.
Yeah.
First things first, my escape. Okay.
Oh,
I
Okay.
think I critically succeed on that.
Woo! you certainly do break free.
Okay.
Of that.
So I want to hold on to the filament, and then I
Okay.
want to grab the cockatrice with my other arm because you only need one hand to grab.
Mm-hmm.
And then if this one succeeds, I want to tie the filament around the cockatrice.
Oh.
I'm shaking my head. dude.
Okay.
Why are you shaking
What?
head?
I know
I
what
want-
happened. I know. It's
I want the cockatrice to be grabbed, not me.
Alrighty.
You're transferring your grabbed state over to the
Yes.
cockatrice, so the crab is
Um,
pulling it.
What are
I
so
don't know
you're,
how
you're
we roll
grabbing with
this.
your other hand. So first let's solve that.
All right, that's an
Athletics check.
That's just a raw athletics, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Just athletics,
Okay.
Against their
fortitude.
oh, it's not frightened anymore. That succeeds. What are you doing? Do you have something for this? Like
Not really. I'm just trying to tie the filament onto the cockatrice and then leave.
I think you should let him grapple with the crab's modifier.
It would be thievery.
Thievery. That I am not good at.
Well,
Oh, if you still want to try it.
Can I make an argument for warfare?
I'm going to say in this particular case, no. I don't think you were taught how to tie things up back at your
Alright.
monastery. Your martial arts monastery.
That's fair. Whoa, transfer grab upon ye.
I'm going to say that I was going to make it against the same sort of DC, and I'm going to say that this doesn't work. You still have this thing grab. I'm not going to have you lose your grab or anything. Sort of like try to get the filament over it, but it sort of sticks to your hand. It is not easy to work with, especially it is. The entire thing is adhesive, so it's hard to get this thing onto.
I went for some nonsense, I can't be mad.
It would have been huge, and I tried to give you a way to make it work, but
Understandable. That's the end of my turn.
Question: Is this a movement I could do? Like, is there enough space for me to do this?
I mean, yes, definitely. This thing is 15 feet off the ground. This thing is in the air.
Oh, it's in the air?
Yes. These are all on the ceiling.
yeah.
Oh, like if I was next to it, I wouldn't be able to hit it?
Can you punch 15 feet?
I could, like, do a vertical leap and punch it. Like,
If you want to try for vertical leap and punch, that would be awesome.
8-foot tall ceiling.
Hold on. Let me look at leap real quick. Because I do have one-toed hop, which is a leap action. Up to 10 feet horizontally if your speed is at least 15 feet. Up to 3 feet vertically and 5 feet. Oh, I need to do a high jump.
Yeah.
Which is a lot harder. So I can't hit these things? That sucks.
Unless you find a way to get them down. Or a way to get up to them. Smiles.
You want to just jump off my back now?
What if I did like a cool wall kick off the wall next to it and like slice the rope with my talons?
Does Soba still have the other rope grab and you just yank on that and knock them to the ground?
Well, it hasn't. Well, it did shoot at you, but is this still is the filament on the wall still? Like, could I like grab the filament and pull it down?
The one that missed cut it off. I don't remember which one that was.
The one that fired at Thinis up here immediately cut it off.
Yeah, somebody else has.
I mean, this one I would say you could grab it, the filament, try to pull it down.
Is that next to me? Because it shot at Azaden and Glacial, right?
Yeah, it would be like here, like on the wall here.
So I'd have to move for it.
Yeah, you'd have to move for it. I mean, if you succeed, that's move, pull, then punch. So like.
True. I think Soba and Thinis could probably handle themselves over there, right?
Yeah, we'll take these 4 while you 2 take that 1.
Yeah, I'm just kind of debating if I want to like help down the cockatrice just so our escape is a little easier. What? Because I'm kind of torn between 2 options right now.
Follow your heart.
My heart says I probably want to deal with the thing in front of me first, and that I think my friends can reasonably handle those guys, because I'm thinking this guy probably can only realistically hit Thinis. I'm going to deal with the thing in front of me first, and I'll deal with the aftermath of the next turn when it comes back around to me. So I'm going to move up here. I'm going to yank at the filament to try to pull it down from the ceiling. And that's just, I assume, an athletics check that you want from me?
Yep.
I think that's pretty good.
That That is pretty good.
Can I make an argument for having inertia to punch harder on that one?
Can I argue for bludgeoning damage for colliding
Yeah.
with the ground?
Yeah, you don't even have to argue for that one. In fact, it is going to take a decently significant amount because I think everything past everything past 5 feet is considered, I think it's a flat amount of damage. If you fall more than 5 feet, you take bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance you fell. So I'm gonna have it take full damage it fell. So I'm gonna have it take a full 10 as it collides with the ground. As you certainly critically succeed this this athletics check against its fortitude.
How much damage did Silva do to the cockatrice?
18
Yep.
plus your 7,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
25 damage it's taken.
I'm starting that down for later.
All right, it is down on the ground now. It's sort of like upside down. Also, if they take any damage from a fall, they land prone. So,
That's actually what I was about to ask.
Yeah, I
That's
was gonna
pretty
ask.
good.
If we could do
yeah, this thing is like upside down. Like you you caught it before it could clip the filament, and it is shocked right now. So,
Okay, while it's in a state of shock, I'm gonna punch the shit out of it.
alrighty.
Boom.
That first one hits, second one doesn't.
Okay. Well, only one needs to hit for you to roll me.
Fortitude
Fortitude
save,
save.
baby. Let's go.
DC 19, and I assume it's not a higher level than me, so I don't think incapacitation will apply.
Ooh,
That's a
it
fail.
sure doesn't. That is a normal failure.
Yippee! Slowed one. Fuck you.
Stunned one.
Oh, stunned one. Yeah. I was thinking of the crit specialization. So you get
Oh, I
9
can just
damage.
drag it.
and
I'm
stunned.
stupid. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Pathfinder. Thank you, Foundry.
Yippee! So 9 damage and stunned one for you. Have a good day.
I'm trying to do a bunch of like the status stuff manually after running Vice and Violence because that is running in a cobbled together thing that I made. So
That's my turn.
cool. That little guy is kind of fucked up. Only one of the cave fishes are revealed. I'm so mad. All of them say medium animal. Oh, whoops.
More.
My bad.
Right,
I
no.
hadn't applied the 9 to it yet. Thank you
Oh,
for reminding me.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I like to see badly injured in orange. That's a better sign.
All right, I'm going to start firing over at Thinis as the one on the top left starts its assault.
That it's
Grabbed, and it is going to use its next action to pull you 15 feet towards it, and then its second action to pull you directly under it.
Huh?
As you are now over the water, and you sort of this water isn't super deep. It's like maybe like shin deep as it's running, but you are pulled into the water and under it, and it is grasping its little claws towards you as it is about to pull you up into it, but it cannot this turn. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm cheating. Hold on. Let me give you two fortitude checks. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm just trying to yoink ya. I apologize. Here.
Two athletics checks.
Athletics check 1.
Fail.
no.
All right, you go back. Whoop, that was it.
Oh,
You go
hey,
back.
whoa.
And the second one,
Meets.
17 meets. Okay, so you are pulled the first 15, but you managed to resist the second one. Oh, next is the one over by Ortix. It loses its first action due to stunned. It takes its second action to get up, and then it takes its third to swing its claw at Ortix. Now on the ground.
It will critically fail.
Yowie! Another filament shot over towards Soba.
Yes.
Cuts it with map.
Yes.
Cuts it with map again.
Ooh. All whizzing past Soba's head.
And the barrage continues as the other one also.
Ooh.
Hit.
Alright. Grabbed. And then it's gonna
How does
start.
this work when he has the cockatrice grabbed?
If he's being forced away, then he is going to drop his grab. That's how grab reads.
That makes sense. I was just checking.
Is there a way for him to use his reaction to punch the string off?
Not
I'm sure
currently,
there's a
Smiles.
It has an AC, right? It's something you have to hit.
I'm sure there's a feat that gives you the ability to escape as a reaction.
As against your fortitude, that does not crit.
Okay. Well,
Succeeds.
20. Oh, I break my grab with a cockatrice. God damn it!
Yoink. And then it's gonna do it again.
Oh.
Pulled over the water and suspended 5 feet in the air. You are under the fissure. For the sake of ease, I will move you over 1. And you are now suspended over the water. It is deeper here, but not like, tremendously deep.
So like difficult terrain kind of deep.
Yeah. It is now the cockatrice's turn. And seeing Soba now suspended, it is going to break away and start causing havoc on other parts. We roll a 1d2, flip a coin. Top to bottom, that is going to go for Thinis.
Motherfucker.
I don't like that.
You're around the corner. Beak strike, go!
That hits.
Damage, go!
Fortitude save, go. That's pretty good fortitude save.
Yeah, I'd say.
You manage to fend off this feeling of your skin hardening around the wound. So stride, attack, and it is going to make another attack with multiple attack penalties.
Oh.
That hits.
The damage, another fortitude save. 1.
Well, not a crit failure. We know that.
You gain slowed 1 as, say, it's biting at you as you're trying to fight off this filament, which has just been attached to you, and it nips at the back of your leg, and while it only gives you a slight sort of cut, especially since it's only eating into your stamina, it gives you the slightest of cuts, but you feel the back of that leg start to harden. And it is now your turn. You are slowed 1, so you lose 1 action.
Okay.
Is that... Oh, I guess that's probably persistent until the effect goes away. That's a problem.
I will devise a stratagem to cut my rope again. We'll see if it works. Doing math, hang on.
You know that the AC of the filament is 17.
Yeah. Yeah, that should work. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I
Plus
will
10.
cut it. Yeah.
Another recall knowledge check,
Yes.
if you want.
That's true. The schmouth of the crab.
Mhm.
I want to know if that, if aiming for that in particular will have any advantages over its shell.
You're unable to determine if this thing has any weak spots in that sense.
Okay.
That cuts the rope. And that is your turn.
Yeah.
Azadan,
I have a question.
I hopefully have an answer. What's up?
If I'm melded, can I use Glacial stat for a melee spell attack?
I would say yes. That makes sense.
Is there literally any way for me to get to this one?
probably need at least 2 strides.
So you move a total of 50, so you can definitely get over there in 2 actions.
And then I won't have a lot to cast a spell. I just have to kick it.
I mean, you are using Glacial's kick, which is pretty good. And you'd have flanking with Thinis.
Good kick.
23, that certainly hits, especially with flanking.
And a die.
and they let out a "Look at me, you bird fuck."
Get rid of this fucking cockatrice, I think.
Soba, it is your turn. You are in a situation.
All right. I have immobilized. I have off guard. I read those. I do not have restraint.
No.
I notice on immobilize, that's like by something holding you in place. In the case of immobilize, of something is pulling me, I would understand that I wouldn't be able to move because I was, like, you know, being dragged around and stuff. But I'm now suspended on the air. Can I disregard the fact that I am in this thing's web and climb the restraints and just accept the fact that I am its prisoner and fight it in hand-to-hand combat? Okay.
You know what? That's pretty fucking baller. I'll let you climb.
Okay.
It is going to be a somewhat difficult DC because, you know, adhesive filament and so on and so forth.
Right.
But yeah, I'll let you fuck around and find out.
All right.
With a 24. Yeah, I'll say you know what, you instead of 5 feet suspended in the air, you are now 10 feet suspended in the air as you climb that extra 5 feet. You are now within range of this thing.
Okay, great. I'd like to punch it.
Punch away. Yeah, that's baller as fuck.
I am not trapped up here with you.
Please crit, please crit, please crit.
No way, that doesn't crit.
Damn.
But that does certainly hit.
Ooh.
Bonk.
You do a solid amount of damage to this thing. That's second action. Third.
Pausing.
17. Womp womp.
Ooh, that does not hit.
Unlucky.
Unless.
Is he gonna reroll it? No way.
There's no way, right?
Damn it!
Well, it's a lower. Oh,
no,
that's
that's an 11.
Damn.
Unfortunately, even with the new hero point
The new hero
rules,
point,
that does not rock.
Unlucky.
Womp womp. Alright,
Okay. Well, I know Azodan isn't actually here, so it's just me and this crab here, right?
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. You don't have to move yourself. I was just making sure.
I just kind of forgot. I just put them both on the same one tree that goes.
What if I beat this crab up a little bit and then left to go beat on the cockatrice?
could be the play.
I think I want to do that, and that is within range of 1 stride.
God, that is. Dude, fucking monks.
Monks.
Yes, sir. Incredible movement at level 3 surely is incredible. Anyway, fuck this crab. Goodbye. I'm gonna flurry.
Alright. Were you punching the first one? At
Okay,
all?
we're taking up. Okay.
No,
Oh, okay. Cool.
I just dipped.
Alright, flurry of blows. Let me see those rolls.
A 1 and the 2.
I like the 2 a lot more.
Yeah, 2 hits. The first one doesn't.
Yeah, not actually flanking. Unlucky. It's okay. I only need 1. Roll me a fortitude save. Crit fail.
Ooh, sure
Love to
is
see
a
that.
crit fail.
Does incapacitation apply? I'm rubbing my hands together like a fly.
It is stunned 3.
Let's go! Fuck this guy.
Like a fly. Ortic's fucking mogging at this thing with his little winged hands together.
player was rubbing their hands together like a fly, not Ortix. Ortix was busy beating the shit out of it, honking it directly in the head.
And you still have one more action left. What do you
I
like to do?
sure do. What if, right? What if, right? What if, right?
Oh
No
my
fucking
God.
What
way,
if, right?
dude. All right, roll crit,
Bonk!
dude. Ortix rolling fucking big today.
Oh.
I'm letting you know if this thing gets back up with 1 HP, I am going to your home and taking something around.
No, this Ortix with the first flurry bonks it on the head and has it seeing stars and like staggered, and then with one final swift strike puts it down on the ground.
Directly to its chest.
You have the choice between lethal and non-lethal, right? You normally do.
This-
Wait,
I
can
would
we go-
normally do non-lethal, but I think seeing the sort of situation we're in, I think this one will be lethal.
Okay, yeah, that certainly makes sense. That's how I had the ogre be too.
Yeah,
Because the ogre fucking died.
yeah. I mean, certain situations call for it, and Ortix is not as much as he doesn't usually like taking life. He does see some necessity in doing it sometimes.
Mhm.
Soba's also made it very clear already that he plans on eating this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some tests on it for turning to stone later. I was also gonna say that, like, even if we weren't like trying to kill, if we think this is a basilisk somehow, it's probably better for everybody if we do kill it.
Yeah.
It is now the crabs. The crabs. They arrive. This is the one up by Thinis. You have escaped its grasp, but we'll see how that stays. Is pew.
Nah.
All right.
Shoot at me, shoot at me.
Yeah, that one hits.
Damn.
And away you go.
Surely it
Athletics.
doesn't. Surely not. Ooh.
Yeah.
15, right under it.
Ah!
For ease, I'll as you are
Ready.
now dangling your feet like just over
Okay.
the. Oh, actually, you don't go in the air there. I lied. Your feet are like just barely kicking at the top of the water. Crab time. This is the crab that was behind.
It was abandoned by me.
Is going to move stride once, twice.
Hi.
And seeing Ortix around the corner. Pew! Filament strike!
Ooh, that hits. Damn, that ruins my plans. That's okay. I can deal with this.
It's still on the ground.
Yes,
Yes.
this one is on the
Okay.
ground.
Awesome. You're on. You can handle that one.
You know, my plan was going to be, I'll let this be known now. My plan was going to be to run up to the crab that has Thinis and use the filament that is grabbing Thinis to pull it off the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Glad we're on the same wavelength. Carry
Yeah.
on.
It is now.
That's why I asked on this one.
I forgot to add grab.
Oh, that's the last
It is the other one. It is going to crawl, use its first action to stride, seeing you are currently grabbed by its friend, and it is going to start striking at you with its big, meaty claws.
It's exact.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow.
15
Minus 15!
minus 15.
As I'm going to make a second strike. It's going to miss. It is now the one that has a hold of you, and it is going to start clawing away at you now that as you try to punch the shit out of it.
Hit.
10. These aren't
Map.
the green crabs. This damage is crazy.
Hit.
Ooh.
And map 10. 3.
Me.
Me.
And that is going to be the end of their turn. And
Goodbye,
Cocktail's
you
dead.
stupid bird fuck.
Thinis, you're in a situation.
Yep.
Right,
I'm,
you.
I'm gonna do the same thing I ain't always done. We need to devise a stratagem.
Pretty good
yeah.
stratagem.
Pretty good plan.
Pretty good at those.
I want to know the same thing. I need to know if I can kick it in the mouth.
You think you could kick it in the mouth?
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta get the fuck out.
With a splash, you fall into the water. It is not a very far fall, but you do manage to cut yourself free.
All right, that's it.
Azadan,
How far in the air would you say the string is?
for Thinis.
Yeah, the one that he just cut.
I mean, it's still dangling. I imagine Thinis cut it like
Pretty close to me.
Yeah, Thinis was
Within reach.
Thinis wasn't off the ground yet, so it's still within reach. I'd say it's like maybe like 4 or 5 feet off the ground right now.
Yeah.
Azadan's gonna run up, jump, grab the string, and just cannonball into the water to pull this bitch down.
All right, give me. I've got something. Give me an athletics check, and if you're willing to.
Can I use acrobatics?
Ooh, yeah, I'll let you do acrobatics for it. That's good.
Can I use glacial?
Yes, you can. You are currently melded, so you use all of her physical stats.
Okay.
Huh. Wait, what were you gonna follow that up with, Miss? Well,
Go ahead.
Doesn't matter. I was just going to have a fail condition. Like if you failed, you would go prone.
Yeah, I would be in the water.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I still am going to go in the water.
yeah, but like more. This is gonna be more cool than if you like face planted in the
Yeah,
water.
especially with the fact that as you grab onto this and pull it and, fall into the water, you were able to roll out of the way before this giant fucking crab crushes you as it collides with the water. It is still going to take 5 damage.
How many actions is that? Is that 2?
You
That's
walked up and did the acrobatics thing, so you have 1 action left if you'd like to.
Yeah.
And it is also prone, and that is going to
That's
hit.
a pretty good kick.
That is a pretty damn good kick.
Going
Roll
to kick this bitch in the mouth.
That's the knowledge check.
damage. 6 whole damage. It does not do any extra for kicking it in the mouth.
That's fine. I wasn't part of it. I'm just kicking it in the mouth. And that's my turn.
Curb stomp the crab.
Yeah, exactly. On the edge of the water and the cave, even.
Soba.
Oh wait, select PC token.
Oh, and right.
Okay, and that puts me to...
Wait, there's a macro for that?
and then he punches. Surprise to nobody, I'm sure.
Punch. Left hook. Yes. Right hook.
Yeah. So close to critting.
16.
Max damage! Dude, if that crit, it would be dead.
You see it stagger, and you see 2 of its feet come off the ceiling with that. But it is still alive and still holding on to you.
Okay, end of my turn.
Or it takes.
Okay, I know the DC to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ortix, having seen his friends break out, is going to use Assurance to escape from this grab and just sort of explode the filament from around him.
Yeah, you can use athletics or acrobatics, huh? Or
Yup.
Huge.
And I'm arguing for athletics to just sort of rip apart the filament that has me grabbed.
Yeah, you were able to with Assurance. you were certainly able to, with a swiftness, break this off of you.
Now, question is, what can I do? Because I see Soba's in a pretty bad situation over here.
Those all are also the ceiling. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
Soba's tail probably hangs down far enough that if you wanted to try to like pull Soba, I guess.
That's what I've
I
been
use
planning on
Soba to
doing.
pull it down.
For like multiple turns, I've just been planning on like if someone didn't get pulled away, just grappling them and pulling instead of like the rope.
I think that would mostly be considered an aid rather than
Whichever.
Yeah. rather than actually like getting him to escape.
How would Soba feel about somebody tugging on his tail, though?
Guess we'll find out. How would Vortex feel about having his wings clipped?
Those are not the same.
Wait a minute.
I think that might have been a sign.
Yeah, I don't think Soba would be too big a fan. But I wouldn't really have another way to help him because the filament from the other crab has already been cut.
Just climb Soba.
You know? It would be easier than climbing the filament, right?
Arguably, yeah.
You get half your move speed when climbing.
Like perch up on
Well-
Soba's shoulders and start hitting the crab that's next to him.
With
Oh,
how
that'd be-
climb works,
Is it not half your move?
no, you move 5 feet, and if you get a critical success, you move 10 for base climb, unless you have like
I
an
mean-
actual climb speed.
Soba's like 5 feet tall, so like this could be doable. I know he's much taller than that with his tail.
Oh, if your land
that would-
speed is 40 feet or higher, increase the maximum distance by 5 feet. But you're at 35 right
Unfortunately-
now.
Yeah, I could get to 40 if I stance. Unfortunately, it's a stride and then a climb, which means that's 2 actions.
Mhm.
I wouldn't really be doing much, so I think I just go with the easy option and come punch this guy over here.
Flurry of
Bam.
blows.
Bam.
He's going to miss. That one hits though.
Okay, only a fortitude save.
It's okay. I've been doing really good with these.
Ooh,
Yippee!
Success.
Ooh.
Ooh, womp. Anyways, that's my turn.
Alright. This is the crab that is now on the ground next to Azadan and Thinis. It is going to sit upright. This is its first action to get the fuck up. And is going to use its other attacks or its other actions to flail around with its claws. Azadan, you're going to take the first claw, and Thinis, you're going to take the second. So first
Miss.
Yes.
and second.
Yes.
Unable to get its bearings after being dropped on its head. Next, crab, the one with Vortex. It is claw time.
Miss time.
Second one,
Miss again.
and third, Hail Mary.
Whiff.
Expertly dodging.
What makes
These
me really
claw strikes.
sad is seeing all these low rolls just wait to the dies for high rolls.
Speaking of viral, let's get to the 6 attacks that are about to go towards Soba right now. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
We like to see these numbers.
Alrighty. Let's go to the other one. Swing 1.
Yeah.
Swing 2.
Yeah.
Swing
Two
3.
21s.
Yes.
First damage and second damage.
Ouch.
As it continues to try and maul you, these 2 cave fishers fighting over you, taking little nips out of your tail and out of your body. Thinis, it is now your turn.
I need to hit
My
this
cockatrice
mess.
is dead.
I need to devise a stratagem.
I have to devise a stratagem.
I'm not hitting that enough.
Can't make it now with the sticker.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to now shoot it in the. Oh, I haven't reloaded yet. Can't shoot it in the mouth.
It's true.
You shoot once already?
Yeah, I shot earlier to intimidate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That load sucks. I wonder how long that lasts.
I'm going to reload and move on.
Alrighty. Azadan, what would you like to do?
So how would I roll a melee on with Lacio's skill? Do I just roll like a kick or a punch, or what do I?
What are you trying to roll?
Well, your spell attack modifier should be higher? Question mark. Your spell attack is at +9, where I mean, I guess it's the same as. Oh, it's her kick is actually one higher. So just give yourself like a +1 bonus. That makes sense.
Okay.
Like the fucking crab on fire.
If it doesn't add it, then we can just add it manually.
So that'd be a 16.
Did you want to move before doing this?
Is there a reason I should?
Flanking.
I mean, kicking in the water sucks, but I'll do it. Like kick.
With that, it would be a 16, and that would be a hit.
Okay.
So does 18 AC.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll me damage.
Man, that's not good.
Low roll.
Alrighty, that would be your 3 actions. Soba, you're still in crab hell. What are you doing?
My scales are iron. I'll resolve another one.
You can't. You cannot do it again until you take a breather. It says that in the steal your resolve.
Yeah, on the sheet, all it says is regain
Unless-
stamina points equal
unless
to half your
I'm thinking
maximum.
of something else. Oh, never mind. You know what? I'm thinking of the encouraging words from Azadan.
Yeah.
Yep, never mind. I'm stupid. I got it mixed up with a different stamina thing.
Okay.
Yeah, spend your point.
Crab punch.
Crab success.
All right.
More like snake success.
Big numbers.
Another 9.
Another.
Damage really goes down from this.
Surely it goes down from that 15 points of damage.
Right.
As you see all of its legs disconnect from the ceiling, and both of you plummet down into the
Wait.
water.
You say that. I would like to use grab a ledge.
What are you grabbing onto?
The crab.
The crab that's next
The
to
other
you?
crab?
Yeah.
Huh. An
Dude,
interesting
good.
use of this.
Someone's going crazy today with these fucking ideas.
How many?
I
how
do
many?
like creativity.
How much damage have we done? Did we do to that thing? I've lost count.
I don't know. I
one?
wasn't counting. I'm just fighting.
He did a 15 and a 16.
Okay.
And then I think there was like a 9 before that. I'd have to go see what
When
that-
you fall off or past an edge or other handhold, try to grab it, potentially stopping your fall.
I'll just keep an eye on the one you've been doing damage to. I already have 2 of the
Must
numbers.
succeed at your choice of an acrobatics or reflex save. Alright, I'm gonna have the DC be pretty high because this is not a willing creature or like a static ledge. But I will let you attempt this.
Okay. Because I imagine I wouldn't be able to just get a grab off.
No.
That's why I'm arguing for the reflex grab a ledge.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's acrobatics. I'm not proficient in that.
You can use acrobatics or a reflex save.
24.
I'll give you it on a 24. That's solid.
It's an 18 on the die.
Alright. I imagine since the guy that was grabbing me is dead, I lose off guard and immobilized.
Yeah, you would. You are no longer grabbed. I'm not going to apply the grabbed condition to this thing since you aren't really like restraining it or anything.
Yeah,
you
it's
are just
very-
holding on to it. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm not hindering its movement. I'm stopping myself from movement.
Yeah, you're certainly hindering it a little bit, but like it's you weren't restraining it. One
Alright.
action left, or actually 2 actions
No,
left.
that's it.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
Oh, that's a reaction. That's right.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
I punched the crab. I only have 1 action left, by the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You tried to punch it
And
twice.
steal your resolve.
And I miss.
Miss.
I'm gonna miss.
Ortix, what do you like to do?
Kill it.
A 21 is going to hit.
Give me a fortitude save.
No, I don't think I will. Dead or unconscious.
I don't know. These crabs have been kind of doing.
I'd say given the adrenaline in the situation, probably dead.
I think it's dead.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of a dire situation. Now, 2 actions left. I think. I think Thinis and Azaden have that handled up there. That's 2-on-1. But is there even a way for me to help Soba?
I mean, you can climb Soba.
There is the idea to climb Soba again and perch up on his shoulders.
Whoa, improvised weapon thrown rock be upon ye.
Hear
I'm
me
gonna
out.
break a leg off this crab and throw it at the crab at the ceiling.
Hear me out. Flurry some rocks for a ranged attack.
I can only flurry once per turn, unfortunately.
Punch some rocks for a ranged attack.
I mean, I'll let you...
How does improvised weapon work?
Take a -2 item penalty to attack rolls with the improvised weapon.
So I just have a
GM
little
determines
chance to
amount
hit.
of damage and damage type, attack deals, if any, as well as weapon traits. Improvised
Okay.
weapon should have.
Question.
What's up?
If these crabs are hanging from the ceiling, their legs are probably pretty sharp, right?
Yep.
Could I break off a leg and then use that to throw it at the crab on the ceiling?
You're gonna have to give me like an interact action, and you're probably not gonna be able to throw it from this far away because that is like 35
feet.
foot. And I think even like javelins only throw at 30 feet. Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to do all that in one turn.
yeah. It would essentially probably have the stats of a javelin. So, but you can break it off this turn and move into a spot where you could throw it next turn.
Okay. Hear me out.
What's up?
I'm breaking off 2 legs.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I'm not gonna
That's
make
my
you roll
turn.
anything for that.
Okay.
You snap off a couple legs looking to spear something with them. And that's in your turn, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Over to the top crab. It is going to flail first at Azadan, who kicked it in the back of the head. Actually, who tried to set
Fire.
it on fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
tried to cook it.
It wouldn't be set on fire. It's in water. That matches.
Alrighty. Damage. Bonk. Only 7. And then the second one with multiple attack penalty is against Thinis. And misses. And
Nah.
actually, it gets a 3rd attack, so
Nah.
miss again.
Yeah.
We
Nah, fuck you.
And finally,
You can skip his turn. That's okay.
finally, the one that is currently scuffling with Soba is going to try to claw you.
Oh,
Crit.
ouch.
Damage.
Oh,
Ooh, does that drop me?
30. I think that does.
No.
Oh, just barely
he holds
hanging
on.
2 HP. After you're wrapping its claw like around your midsection, it just wraps its claw around and just presses down, leaving a huge sort of gash in your midsection. It is then going to try and shove you, taking you off of it. Which is going to be in athletics check.
Reaction grab a ledge.
You can't. You already used your reaction.
True.
Oh, that's it. He
Oh,
falls to the water.
falls to the water.
Does he take damage? Because he's only 10 feet up, right?
10-foot drop. Not going to take a lot, but would take some damage.
Even in deep water? Because you said it's deeper here.
I did say it
I
is
think
deeper
your back
here.
Your back would still hit the ground. It's like not deep enough to probably cushion your fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are not going to take a lot of damage. Unfortunately, there's not a
any
lot of
damage.
damage that you can take right now, as it would only be half of 5 damage that you would take, which is unfortunately just enough
Yeah.
to take you down to
That's 2.
0 as Soba goes into dying 1.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't die from a crit, so that's good.
True, it wasn't the crit that did you, so you're not dying too. You are, however, in the water, and it isn't a lot. I'll say, by some miracle, your head is not under the water right now.
Big body,
Yeah.
lifted head.
You are dying 1. It is then going to use its final action to go. Whoa! Map 10 string be upon Ortix.
Ortix jumps over it.
Alrighty, back to the party. Thinis.
I need to devise a stratagem to hit with MF. I will take this one.
This is a good stratagem.
I don't want to know fucking shit, dude. I don't care. I just
You-
want to hit it.
Yeah.
We have been in this encounter for 2 hours.
a 23 will certainly hit. Roll me that damage. Oh, you're targeting yourself.
Yeah.
You're targeting yourself. Sorry.
Undo.
No,
This thing is on its last leg, near death. Azadan, is your turn.
Do we get tandem actions while you're melted, or no? That doesn't
No.
No. How does doing it again work? Do I take the map already?
Yep,
or-
multiple attack penalty. Just another kick, and you just press the map -5 button. All right, but
Can
the
I
third
use
one has
my
to hit.
hero points?
Yeah, you can do it.
I've had 2 of them for 3 sessions. I'm all right with spending this one.
Yeah, go for it. That will hit.
I-
And with a 5, that is enough. As with a final kick, it collapses down into the water.
I still have 1 action,
Yep,
right?
still have 1 action since you rerolled.
Okay.
Soba. Actually, no, not you yet.
Solo moves.
Move before the cave fisher. Yep. Which means it is now Ortix.
Yippee! Okay. I pull up here, and I have in each hand a crab leg. And I'm
Oh.
going to flurry to throw both of them.
Are you able to throw things with your flurry of blows?
Flurry is just 2 unarmed strikes, and I believe improvised weapons are unarmed strikes, right? Something like that. If you're throwing something, because I know it also works with monastic weaponry. I don't have that, but I will make an argument that I can flurry with 2 throwing weapons.
You said you don't have monastic weaponry.
No.
I would say probably not then. Only because there are
Uh,
things that exist that would kind of let you do this. I'm not gonna. I won't let this slide then.
Then what do I have? What do I roll for?
It would just be a strike.
weapon?
Like it would be a
Just like
strike
an
with. This would be based off of your dexterity, which I think would be fine anyways. Question mark. Is that the same? Yeah, you have +4. So just do like a fist strike, and then -2 from it since it's improvised weapon. What is it? 24 still. Well, cool. 1d6 plus strength since it's a thrown weapon.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. That's the same as your fist.
Ignore the stunning blows.
Yeah. As the
You have
crab leg pierces into the side of the fisher.
one more action. Do I want to spend my elixir to get Soba? I do have a free hand now.
They're only dying 1 right now. Smiles. Can't get worse, right? What are you willing to risk?
Right. I don't have battle medicine because I'm not planning on taking that. Well, it has to come down to me if it wants to claw strike, or it has to do a ranged attack and then pull me. Go gadget, elixir of life on Soba.
5 healing. Remove dying. Conscious. Wounded 1. And rage. Goodbye, rage.
That's my turn.
Soba, good morning.
That crab sure is up there.
Unfortunately. Do you want to try this? And he hands he hands the crab leg. Offers the crab leg.
Yeah, he'll take the crab leg and then he'll slurp down the meat on the inside, which is still your resolve.
Oh my god. Okay. Understandable with how hard these things can hit.
Yeah, I'll have to
Or-
shell up at it.
Ortix just kind of shrugs and goes, "That works."
What am I rolling?
What is your dexterity?
Oh, he is not gonna try that.
Yeah. Throwing is a roll off your dexterity, and then it's -2 because it's improvised. Well, you know what it's probably going to do. You could try and ready an action to like
cannot.
yank it down or something.
He can't. He has one action left.
I have
Oh right, get up.
I'm going to grab the dead crab next to me, and I'm gonna like hold it over my head.
Alrighty.
Yo, he's taking cover.
Yeah, that's taking cover.
I'm gonna like try to hold it like over both Ortix and I, like we're sharing the umbrella. And I have my turn.
Awesome.
Sorry, I haven't had a single like real turn this entire combat.
No, you're fine. I here, I'll give you some standard cover.
I haven't exactly had things I can just walk up to and punch.
I-
I've had to
I know,
improvise
I-
every
I think I
fucking
could-
time.
I will
I think I
say
could argue for a hero point for Soba standing his ground, climbing up the thread, and punching the crab to death.
yeah, that's kind of a given. I'll give you a hero point for that for sure.
I've had like 7 hero point worthy ideas this whole game, and then shit happens before it's my turn again. I don't get to do it anymore. I was gonna shove my hand in the bird's beak and do a melee fire attack into its mouth, and then it died.
My bad.
It's fine. I wanted it dead anyway.
I always appreciate like y'all doing creative shit, and if there's a way that we can make it work mechanically, I want to let it fly.
Could I also argue a hero point for Azadan for like instead of taking like a ranged position, taking up constant melee positions against these things, which is sort of out of the ordinary for them.
Yeah, that's true. Azadan has fucking gotten in there today. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Take one of those hero points back.
Yippee.
Y'all have been doing some cool shit this combat. It has gone on for a while, but it has been good.
Unfortunately.
I mean, it
Yeah,
is a lot of enemies. This is extreme encounters, so
Yeah, our plan was to retreat, and then we got put into a situation where we had to get out of it to retreat, and at that point it was like we were killing everything.
first filament strike against Soba.
Dude.
That is going to miss.
Yeah, because of the cover. Let's
Because
go.
of the cover. Yup.
Let's go cover.
Let's go.
Multiple attack penalty.
I threw a fucking crab leg into it.
Third one. You did throw a crab leg into
That
it.
is a true thing that happened.
Attack me!
It's looking at its prey, bloodied.
And I'm looking at it, my prey.
Alright, Thinis.
I move here. I devise a stratagem to shoot it. I don't shoot it.
Ooh.
Azadan. What's up? Where are you trying to move?
Fine. I'll steal my hand. I mean, I'm already here, but I might as well.
20. That's gonna hit. High roller? 442?
Love to see
That's
that.
all my actions, right?
Yep.
10 damage. Or
Better kill this
takes.
thing.
Okay. Surely it has not cut the last filament that it shot
No.
at Soba after rapid fire barrage. I'm bringing it down to me. Oh, I'm rerolling that.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, and it falls to the ground. It's going to take its 5 damage, and is now prone.
I love to hear that.
Is counting the athletics, the like pulling, counting as like probably a reposition or a shove. It will have math, as we talked earlier.
Did we say that earlier?
I believe against the first one that you pulled down over here.
If
not, it was a whoopsie on my part.
I think it was a whoopsie because I don't think you mentioned that until now.
Okay, in which case we're going to do it here, but because it simply makes sense.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that would be a 30 with a hero point, right?
It would. Yeah. So yeah, that was a crit, and it would do a full 10 to it. Well, instead.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stance up for the first time this combat. I'm gonna flurry.
Let me see those rolls. Rough, but it is down on the ground now, and it is Soba's turn, holding crab above
already off
head.
guard.
Soba's going to smash it with the crab like one would holding a metal chair.
All right, I'll just give you your normal fist for the sake of not wanting to worry about improvised weapon stuff right now.
Okay. Anyway, he's gonna do that again.
17
okay.
will hit while prone.
Anyway, max damage.
Bonk.
And with that, beating a crab with another crab, the combat ends.
Whew. I did not take any damage that combat.
Barely a scratch. He just vomits a bunch of blood as his whole abdomen has been crushed.
Glacial and Azadan just kind of like unfused, facing each other, and they both blow out a puff of smoke like they just smoked a cigarette.
Ortix patting Soba on the back and then patting his new scar from a few hours ago.
Thinis looks at Soba. Thinis is like sopping wet from the water. Not happy. And the filament. Thinis has like bags under his eyes. He's fucking tired. And he's going to look at Soba up and down and say, you look like shit. and then he like brushes off his clothes and says, let's get out of here. And starts to step and actually like trips.
Oh.
And remembers his stone leg.
She'll try to catch Themis by the collar.
Would it be possible to harvest these crabs for food?
That was the
Thinking of
plan.
breaking off the big claws
Yeah.
and grabbing the bird.
We have chicken and we have crab, and we need to rest. So
We're gonna have some surf and turf.
Yeah. We woke up today, walked into the worst room of our lives so far, and and we might need to take another break.
yeah.
I will
Glacial
gather a
will,
pile
like-
of crabs here, and we'll deal with that shortly.
Glacial will like kind of sit Themis down, and then Azan will like do a small flame to start drying them off while like we do everything.
Having a bunch of crunching noises in the background as like,
Yeah.
Soba and Ortix are going to crazy town on these crab legs.
Probably won't eat. animals.
First of all,
Unless he has to.
let's look at take a breathers first? Question mark.
Yeah.
For those who are going to refill
Should
your
we
stamina.
Should we not just rest after that?
The adventuring day did just start for you.
Yeah, this is our first encounter today. However,
Yeah, and we got the shit beat out of us.
yeah. However,
Like,
we're in a pretty rough spot right now.
I feel like whatever would come here wouldn't after like with this shit guarding the territory.
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't use take a breather.
You only have one resolve point left, huh?
I can heal you. I just don't want to go into another combat and like start getting the shit beat out of us because like we have less resources.
That's fine. Let's gather up food, do healing as necessary. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start chugging some chug jugs and continue on.
Thinis, after about 10 minutes, you feel the calcification start to disperse,
Gotcha.
and you lose the slowed condition.
I guess while Thinis is on the ground, I could try to treat wounds on Sobo.
Yeah. You have, a 10-minute thing here while Azadan and Thinis take a breather.
18. I believe that means, right?
Yeah. That is more than meets. It's 15 for the base.
So that is
2d8.
pretty good.
Woo!
So, but mostly healed back up.
He is also going to have a potion as well.
Not a bad idea. Between, Ortix setting the stitches and the gauze for the big wound on your abdomen, and then the potion, you feel it sort of start to put the pieces back together, and health-wise, you feel mostly good again.
He has a bunch of like small nips and little pierces, I imagine, but I imagine the majority of his wound is fairly internal.
Yeah.
With a very large bruise going around his entire abdomen.
Hey, how does someone feel about taking a bite at like cockatrice? Are we all good? Or...
Yeah, he feels fine.
Okay.
If you guys want to do survival checks to, either get rations, I'll bring the cockatrice over here, grab rations, or, other sort of things off of these creatures, you can feel free to do so. Each one of these is going to be a 10-minute activity, so if you want to spread them across the group or whatever,
I'll do one.
Vortex, you don't eat meat, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay,
In
but
this situation, at least.
do you eat bugs?
I guess depends how big.
I mean, these are just bugs, right?
Ortix looks down at the crustaceans.
A bug is defined by having its skeleton on the outside of its body. He just kind of taps the top of it. So these are bugs.
How does someone know anything near that?
I was raised in a
How
school.
How the fuck does someone know what an exoskeleton is?
I was raised in a school with a proper education.
GM, it check, please.
I have a point
I
in
think-
intelligence.
No, it's
That's fucking awesome. That's cool. Sounded like Thinis wanted to start.
I'm also trained in survival and nature.
Sounded like Thinis wanted to chop away at one. At least try to. Yeah. Are you taking one of the crabs?
Yeah. Yes. I want to take the top left one. I guess it doesn't really matter.
I'll take the bottom left one then.
You manage to cut up some of it, and I'll say you get a ration out of it and a basic ingredient.
should really start cooking.
Do that, but twice.
Yep. But you also get a ration and a basic ingredient. That meats. You get a ration and a basic ingredient as well.
I will hand the first ration to Azadan.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I do have a special ingredient that I've been holding on to, but I don't think
Oh.
we've done anything with cooking yet.
There's still another crustacean and the cockatrice if you want to do anything with them.
Could probably roll on another one. Yeah.
Perhaps it's just this one is less meaty or whatever, but as you're trying to sort of tear into it and make good use of the meat, possibly you open some of its guts and just sort of ruin it.
I couldn't keep track of how much damage we did to get cockatrice. I saw we did 25 and then I kind of zoned out. I didn't keep checking.
We did a good amount. Soba did 18, you did 7, I did, I think, a 9, and then a 5, so 21, and then 18 and 7. So it has less than 46.
And with that survival check, was that for the cockatrice, Soba?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is unfortunately not going to cut it for it. As in the midst of trying to, cut it open, you maybe like touch your hand to the beak and feel your hand start to do the same thing that Thinis was describing, and you go, maybe this is better to leave alone.
Well, I got a nice bite out of it earlier.
I will say, while this is happening, since Ortix and Soba handled the second set of crabs and such, Thinis, what are you doing while they're finishing that up?
I honestly think that Thinis at this point would be ravenously writing in the journal. And as soon as he finishes a page, he tears it out. Because it's all just ranting about that battle. Functionally, though, just reassessing, like, the active investigations. I believe the basilisk is currently one still. And if I'm not mistaken, the flowers, the hush puppies, were the other one.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to replace the hush puppies with the density of fog in relation to how far down we are. Fog and rain.
Can't believe it landed on Hush Puppies.
I think it's a good name. I really like it.
Hush Puppies is good. I'm going to make a note of that in my notes that you guys have named them. Which I have been doing for other stuff as well.
Excited for the other group to see it, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Those are called like ghostly lilacs. What are they on about?" Stupid odd name.
Cool. Azadan, what are you doing during that?
Taking a breather. They are just like not interacting with the rest of the party. they're disassociating.
Okay. And is Glaciel just sort of hanging
Around.
around? All right, I'll say Glaciel probably notices it then. In the water where you guys dragged the two crabs out from, Glaciel would point out something at like the sitting on the bottom of the water. Going over to investigate, would find some stuff in an opened pouch with probably a glint of gold sort of peeking out of it. You find in this pool several sort of trinkets and bags from previous adventures that have been caught up. You also find like other animal carcasses and stuff like that. Some of them, particularly the like adventurers' bodies that you find here, you see that they weren't just rocks in the water, that they are fully petrified. Simply from the looks of it, it looks like the cockatrice and the cave fishers had a sort of symbiotic relationship where the cockatrice would be petrifying things, at least partially, that were coming in here, making for easy meals for the cave fisher.
It's like a snake having a pet frog.
Kind of. And on top of that, I will add a total of 30 gold to your stash.
It's a lot of gold.
Stash for me.
Extreme combat.
So we have an unusual object, an
We
unusual
do.
mask, and the scroll.
The unusual mask, the consumable unusual object, and the scroll are what you got.
Yeah,
from this.
there was already an unusual object in there that was not identified. So we have a couple things for identification now.
I will say the unusual object that is in your consumables will be a crafting check to identify it, not magical, and not alchemical.
Well, I'm not good at any identification stuff, so.
Yeah.
I don't. What do I even have? Crafting? +1.
I think Thinis is probably the only one who's probably trained in crafting.
I am indeed trained in crafting. I have a +9.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's
I guess Int is your class.
Yeah. I'm kind of a miner and a crafter, you know.
Ooh.
Do you guys want to try to identify any of this stuff right now? Before you head out?
Might as well. That's
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure. Give me an unusual object in my hand.
I'll give you the mask.
Do I just roll Arcana?
You
Any
can
of the
roll
magic, yeah.
any magic. You managed to identify. This is the mask, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Check.
Ooh. I don't like the name of that or the description.
Mm.
We got the Mike Myers mask.
Yeah. If you are not evil, you are drained 2 while wearing the skin saw mask.
Oh,
It's
worthless.
true.
Okay, guys, give it your.
Any of us evil in this
Use
part?
I can use it. I was a cop. Huh? Who said
Oh man.
Oh no, we do have somebody evil
Yeah.
aligned in our party.
I will also point to the value on this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do see the
I was already
50
planning
gold
on selling
pieces.
it.
Yeah.
You have to tell me.
Yeah,
That shit
I
could
have
have been
something
worth
special for
minus
you,
gold.
Thinis, were you going to
Azadin does
try?
not like. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. Were you going to try to identify the consumable?
I would like to.
Right, roll me a crafting check.
Do not
You
give
got
Azadin-
it!
Do not give Azadin the skin mask. They will sell that shit for negative gold.
Yeah, we can afford it.
Identify item. Breach injectors.
The breach of a double-barreled firearm over the course of 10 minutes.
Can I cast this scroll?
Can you cast this scroll?
I don't see where the school of magic
Uh,
is.
If you click on the spell, it should tell you what type of tradition it is.
Yeah,
I should be able
nettle skin
to-
is primal. Yep.
I'll grab that.
And with that, only the pendant in your inventory remains.
I'm not. I can't do it. I already identified one.
You
I
can
mean-
do another. It would just be another 10 minutes.
I'll do it. I don't.
We can also say, since you guys would still be walking, or like after this, still be walking to finish your exploration before. So you can roll on
Sure.
it again if you'd want to, or roll on this one.
Oh well, I'll do
Oops.
another one.
You didn't do it hidden,
Yeah,
but I'll give this one to you since it's a nat 20 anyways.
my bad.
The follow. Wait. 2 +1 item bonus to nature checks. Animal targets you with a melee attack. You can see that. Oh, this is pretty nice.
It's also worth 50 if we don't use it.
Yeah, true.
Though we do encounter a fair amount of animals, so.
Yeah, it has
It's
to be the
also-
specific animal for it to do the actual effect and not the passive.
I mean, +1 AC, pretty good.
I
Well,
mean,
it just says
it's-
against an animal.
Yeah, you get a +1 as long as it's an animal. You get a
Oh,
+2 for both
okay.
things if it's the
What-
specific kind of animal.
What qualifies as an animal? Like the cockatrice is a monster, right? Not an animal.
It's if it has the animal trait. The cockatrice has the beast trait.
Yeah.
And the cave fishers, I imagine, also have something like that.
Thankfully, I have one here. Cave fishes are an animal.
Okay.
I assume you'll just let us know, like if we ask or if we have to grab a knowledge check or something.
Yeah. Something like traits of stuff you can always get off of recall knowledges.
Very cool.
Before like everybody leaves, like Azadin's still just like kind of wandering. Like they identify stuff and they just kind of wander off. Glacial floats over and just puts her forehead onto theirs, and Azadin will like reel back from the cold and rub their forehead a little bit and snap back into what's happening.
I don't see anything in the water here of note.
No.
Well, only one place to go now.
Forward.
You guys get through walking, and you see, after a little bit, some natural light coming from in front of you, going towards the edge of it. You have to adjust your eyes. Actually, you don't have to adjust your eyes that much as you step out and you see that it is pretty late out. It is like there is not a lot of light coming down through. There is like a small amount of what seems to be like starlight coming down through, star or moonlight coming down through the top of the barrier, the cloud barrier. But you guys exit right here.
Oh.
One thing
I see
mainly of
something
note,
down here.
as you
Okay.
guys sort of exit, you notice that the cliffs extend to the west and to the east, or, left and right equivalent. And behind you, you notice that there is another cave entrance, which seems to go even farther down. So you can choose to explore this sort of cliffside, possibly for other ways or something of the sort, or you can head back in and then continue downwards.
Pretty long cliffside, right?
Let's do the cliffside.
Get some air while we're here.
Worst case scenario, we just have to turn around and go back in.
There's not a lot of elevation here to deal with, thankfully, so you should be okay, right?
Can I get all hands off the map for just a second so I can take a screenshot?
Yeah.
I will say, I will warn you if, something is obviously like a enough of an elevation difference to start fucking with you.
So going forward and then back to like here wouldn't fuck with us?
Yeah, think of some of these of rather than going like up and down. Like obviously up here, like this sort of goes up and down a bit, but some of these cliffs are just like this sticks out more and this like incaves like back into it.
I see.
Making a fully vertical map in a two-dimensional map making program is hard.
I can imagine. Yeah, we can explore the cliffside, see if we find anything else.
Cool. What do you want to go to, the left or the right? We won't do too much more. We'll be calling it shortly.
Probably one more encounter die.
Yeah.
One more fate die.
Yeah, I'll roll it, and if it's anything too intensive, we'll set up for it, and we'll save it for next time.
Well, we can't get a 1 again, can we?
Smiles. Who knows? do you know?
No, I don't.
If it came through, but I could just knock on wood. So
It's a little bit of copium and a little bit of maybe.
I'd say right.
I'm also saying
Right's
right.
always right.
Right's always right, baby.
It's always right.
7.
7. I don't think we know what this is.
Give me
and
just...
isn't it just like normal, uneventful sometimes?
Last time we got a 7 was when we fought the Cyclops last session. So
No. Like,
We
We
It's
did
typically-
encounter an NPC.
Yeah.
yes, it's
okay.
always it typically at least has to do with an NPC.
Gotcha.
Whether it's a
That's
fight or
okay.
just a friendly MF, we don't know.
Actually ran into Skull and
Last time was the first time we had an encounter attached to an NPC for Team Heart.
As you take your nice cliffside walk at night.
Oh my god. Ortix is like stretching his arms and feeling the fresh open air on his feathers again, taking it all in. Nothing coming down here would involve so many caves.
What does it smell like?
Huh?
No, that's the
What does
first
it smell
question.
Like
Sort
rain.
of. Have you ever been on like a hike like after a heavy rain, something like that?
Yeah.
That's sort of the smell that you're getting right
Okay.
now.
Foggy, wet night air.
Mm-hmm.
Thinis.
Yeah.
Imagine Soba's still like kind of rubbing his abdomen. So it was very understandable that we would disengage from that combat when it was just an unknown foe. But let's make an agreement that if it is not a bigger than me foe, we should probably stick it through.
You
I
did almost
think-
die. You almost died.
Well, that's because I was on the
No,
defensive.
There's a why.
Thinis. We were on the defensive. Ortix and I could have killed that thing long before we were engaged by those crabs.
I was worried of the little one's erratic behavior.
I think Ezra looks at Soba, there's fire in their eyes and they look away. There's no
I
actual
hear
fire.
you. I hear you, and I am fragile, and you are not. And I think that is not coming through.
It is fine for you to play the back line, but to tell us to retreat from an enemy is going to keep me from engaging, which will prolong damage to myself and to Ortic. We are the front line for a very specific reason, that we get in. If we
we just didn't need to go
we would
in.
have destroyed our foe, and we were held back. So please critically look at the engagement next time before making a call out like that, is all I ask. Ortix, do you share the sentiment that you and I could have destroyed that enemy?
I was a bit wary of it at first, but after taking a couple blows at it, it fell rather easy.
I was hesitant at the very beginning that we were treating it as a threat when it was so much like a chicken.
It was a bit skittish, which had me worried, admittedly.
We are just at a very large disadvantage when you and I aren't able to engage.
Perhaps some situations need a bit more assessing, but we will take them as they come. With new experiences comes new wisdom.
Thinis rocks a thumbs up and walks ahead.
So we just kind of like lets out a long, heavy sigh, feeling like his words didn't ring true to anybody, and just continues on.
Thinis, as you walk on ahead, what is going through your head?
Thinis feels a lot of weight, I think is the best way to put it. Kind of the weight that he feels that both himself and Soba has kind of put on him as someone who's beginning to call some of the shots in these encounters. Feels the weight of what happens when one of these called shots doesn't really work. He's feeling the weight of the fact that he's wearing these new healing gloves, which isn't that big of a deal, but he does feel the weight of the gloves that Gaurine got for him in his back pocket that he carries with him anyways, knowing that he needs to become tactical and not sentimental, and that is really destroying him.
As this is going through your head and you walk in front of the party 5 feet, then 10, than 15. Not paying attention to just how fast you are sort of going as an elf. You open your eyes once everything turns white. You've been here before. You recognize this space, Thinis. A white void surrounds you, and the last time you were here, you remember the words, "I see you."
What do I see other than white?
For now, it is simply a deep void of nothingness. What is your reaction upon being here again?
Honestly, Thinis feels a lot of relief. He kind of takes a deep breath and actually feels like he's able to relax his muscles and let some of the tension in his shoulders go now that he's separate from the party. And he kind of slows his pace from how he was walking before and just kind of paces if he's able to move.
Yeah, you're able to move, and you pace forward and back a little, and forward, waiting for, like last time, as you looked around. Eventually, a figure showed up, and this time it's a little bit different. You turn around after 3 or 4 paces back and forth, and you see the silhouette of a table and a chair, and you hear a voice echo around you. "I've been watching you. Come, sit with me."
Thinis slowly, still at the same pace, walks over and sits.
"You seem troubled."
I'd say that's accurate.
Looking to sort of the other side of the table and seeing nobody sitting there, sort of like looking around maybe for where this voice is coming from, and then looking back, you see a chair. It is not sitting like facing towards the table. It is facing like to the side, like if you were sitting next to the table. And you see sort of slumped back in that seat is the same silhouette of long hair sort of drooping over the back of the chair, as it looks like they're just laying there. "So what eats at you?"
I think I'm realizing that I don't know the last time I had control over what's happening. It could be traced all the way back to when I was at home, and it's true enough here. I don't think I have any control over my life.
Sort of as you're saying this, you give your eyes a quick close and open them, a quick blink, and as you blink, now hanging in front of you, sort of upside down, is the same body. You see the hair sort of down in front of you. You can't make out the face, as it's still just that same silhouette, and you hear the voice. "So, what you're looking for down here is control?"
what I'm looking for down here is change. I think I've messed up too many times in my life, and I fear that if I ever make it out of here, I'm gonna live the same exact life I did. And I don't know if it needs to be control or if it needs to be power, but I need to be able to change my circumstances because I can't keep living like this.
Another look, and she is back over, slumped in the chair. Down below, there. Maybe answers. 8 to delve. 8 nights behind them. And with that, you blink again, and you find yourself falling flat onto the ground on the cliffside. As if the chair that you were sitting on simply up and disappeared. Your group, you see Thinis walk that 5, 10, 15 feet sort of hurriedly above, like in front of the party, and similar to last time, except you all certainly saw it this time. In a blink, Thinis is gone.
Well, we've experienced this before.
Oh. Maybe your words were a bit too harsh.
Oh, this is just like the first time, I'm sure of it.
His disappearing act.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if it's by his own will.
Maybe. I'm gonna use my scent to try and locate at least the last place that he was standing.
Okay.
I will see if there's any footprints in the mud.
You're able to track up to the last step Thinis was able to take before disappearing, and are able to find the location that they were,
Can I try to
and
roll Arcana to see if I can feel them, or is that not necessary?
you can sort of feel around into the air.
Soba's smelling pick up anything?
Between the two of you, you sort of find the spot between Soba's scent and your, tracking. And Ezeden, you normally have the ability to sort of at least get a basic sense of where each of your party mates are, even without really looking at them. And you notice, like, Thinis is gone. Like, you cannot. Soba and Ortex find the place that Thinis was, but you can tell that he certainly isn't here wherever he is, until a couple minutes pass, and in front of you, where you expected, you see Thinis fall onto the ground.
I was going to just kind of be like laying down, looking at the area, just kind of curled up into his own coil, chilling and waiting. Welcome back.
Thinis kind of blinks a few times as he readjusts to like the light, and he sits up and then stands up without saying anything. And he says, listen, Soba, Ortix, Azadan, even Glacial, I I know I've been prideful. I know. And all I want more than anything, and I think we can agree, is that I want us to be safe. And I realize that I am not able to make the right decisions every time. I'm sorry for the way that I have been acting in the face of conflict. And I need you to know now that I wasn't before, but going forward, I am willing to die for the party. I need us to go further down, and I will do whatever it takes to do that.
Ortix, both of Ortix's eyes widen a bit at that last statement. Where did you go to have such a change of heart?
Thinis kind of looks off towards the open air off of the cliffside and just states, someone's watching us, or something. They know about us, and they know about us, and the other four of us who are traveling down. They're watching and they're marking our progress. I don't know what it means, but we need to continue.
I am glad to hear your words, friend. But there's
Glacio's
one thing.
Glacio's going to put her hand in front of her to kind of stop Sofa from speaking for a second.
Soba will, not even that gently, just shove Glacial to the side.
Oh,
Just like, and then give a look like, I will hit you if you try that again.
Azadan
and-
sets themselves on fire. Do
ooh.
not touch her.
So you wish to fight finally? I accept your challenge. And he's gonna breathe in deep as he does before he starts his rage. And do you want to roll initiative?
Ortix will stand between the two of them. Please, let's level our heads.
Glacial clears her throat. May I please speak now, or
You interrupted me. You can either challenge me to go first, or you can back down. And he is making it very clear he's going to fight.
she's not even like reacting? She's just staring at him. Like,
Very good. He breathes out to like not actually enter rage. Anyway, Thinis, I don't know where you keep going when you suddenly vanish, but I am very happy to hear your new dedication. My one thing that I was hoping to get across before was that I do not want the responsibility of thinking of the actions or the best course to take for a group. I do not have the ability to look at things from the perspective of creatures that are different than my own capabilities. So I hope that in the future, you will look at the course of action to do not from your own well-being, but how you could properly use me. While it would have made sense for you to run, I hope one day you will point at an enemy that you think needs to die first, and then say, Soba, go get that one.
I hear you.
And then he'll kind of slink back a little bit and gesture his hand towards Azadan.
Ortix just kind of lets out a sigh of relief. The hostilities seem to have died down.
Glacial just looks away from Soba and just stares at Themis, like into Themis' eyes. I do not think you made a bad call. I think had we not have been caught, as we all make mistakes, and away from our control, some of us were grabbed. Keeping the front line in front could have kept us all in a position to escape. You cannot solve every problem, some of them will simply defeat you. But you made a call to get us out, and it didn't work. It is all our fault that it didn't work. But it does not mean that it could have been possible or impossible. You do not have reason to doubt this time. I may not be able to call on any other encounter, but you kept them, and she points to Azadan, from being caught by one of the other two, which kept him, and points to Ortix, able to defeat the creature that was next to us, which allowed us to help you. In a position where we were out in the open, we could have all been caught, and maybe turned to stone, maybe eaten. I think you did well. Please know that things will happen, but you must keep confident in yourself by what you say in the moment. You will mess up, and that's fine. And then she puts her hand down and says nothing else.
Thank you. I hear you.
Well, Ortix, aren't you gonna say anything?
Ortix just kind of is a little dumbfounded by the grand speech that Glacial gave after having spoken very little so far. And he sort of clears his throat, and I don't have much wisdom other than what has been offered. I think we shall simply grow from our experiences, both successes and failures, together, and we will be stronger for it. And that's simply how this works. I expect slip ups and mistakes. We all make them. But I think together, our collective experiences will make us all grow much stronger and able to overcome more as we delve further.
Thinis nods. I hear you.
I wish the area god or guardian would want to talk to me one day.
Perhaps it recognizes Thinis's intelligence.
It does make sense to pull in the leader to discuss such matters.
Ortix nods in agreement.
Thinis feels himself kind of get red. And fights against the predisposition to fight the compliment, I guess.
Anyway, onward we go.
Does not
And
seem to be
Thinis-
much around here.
Thinis nods, yeah. Wherever next is.
Ortix, do you want to just bust out a fight real quick?
Perhaps one of these times we'll get a good blow on each other. He,
Hey, what? Sorry.
huh?